The Athletics Player Poll for baseball came out yesterday. Oh, it is one of my favorite things the Athletic does. Same in the NBA. We'll go over some of these here, and then we'll get to the A's in a second. Jason, I'll just play with you and Chris here. Hey, now. Who's the best player in baseball, according to Major League Baseball players?
I'm going to take a stab and say Shohei Ohtani.
I'm going to say baseball player said Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts third, 8.8%. Ronald Acuna Jr. second, 26.5%, with 46% of the vote.
Aaron Judge?
Shohei Ohtani. Aaron Judge actually tied with Mookie Betts for third place.
They're wrong.
Idiots.
They're wrong.
They are wrong.
Here's an interesting one. Baseball players were asked, who is the most overrated?
Oh, wait, were we right?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Shohei Ohtani. Most overrated player in baseball. You want to take a guess?
Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani. You know what? Honestly, I kind of thought that was going to
or Aaron Judge
be a part of that.
Aaron Judge is a good one.
Aaron Judge is actually a good one. As a Shohei Ohtani. Neither received a vote.
Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper actually won it, I think, a couple of years ago when they did this. He received one vote.
So is this considered a good player, or is it?
Well, the number one player considered the most overrated was Jazz Chisholm Jr. With a little over 20% of the vote. It was split.
If you're just going to make stuff up.
Apparently, when talking to players that voted for, because that seems random, it's because he was on the cover of MLB The Show's video game last year. And I think a lot of players were like, why was he on the cover? Anthony Rendon was second at 10.2%, followed by Carlos Correa, Tim Anderson, and Jack Flaherty. Pete Alonso, Cody Bellinger, Alex Bregman, and Ellie De La Cruz.
Oh, watch it.
Yeah, you know. Putting aside their stats and going solely on vibes, who do you most want on your baseball team?
Ellie De La Cruz.
Ellie De La Cruz not in the top 15. The number one player has already been mentioned, and it's not that far of a stretch if you think about it. When you're talking about like attitude, vibes, great player.
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge is number 5.
Shohei
number 2. Mookie Betts, number 1 by a landslide, followed by Shohei Ohtani, Ronald Acuna Jr., Bryce Harper, and Aaron Judge. When asked if the season was too long, Anthony Rendon said that on a podcast a few weeks ago. How many players agreed the season is too long, and what percentage disagreed that the season was too long?
60-40 too long.
65 too long.
Okay. Gentlemen, I would have said something like 70 to 75 would say too long. Of course they're going to say too long. You want to shorten the season. It's easier on you. Nobody's saying anything about making less money, right? 69% disagree that the season is too long. Only 31% think that it's too long. That blew me away. Excuse me. Out of all the responses, that one blew me away. Only 1/3 of those polled agreed with Rendon. Some respondents offered 140 to 150. A few even suggested 120. However, the overwhelming view was that the schedule is fine as it is. Quote, I think it feels long, but I also think it's fair for everyone. It's part of the grind. It's part of what makes baseball so hard. And one anonymous baseball diehard player, the question didn't even compute. Is the season too long? Quote, it's not long enough. Another person said, yes, it's too long, but that's the easy way out. We get paid a lot of money.
Okay.
Yeah.
For them.
I kind of like that, though. Which team, guys, this was interesting. If contracts, state taxes, and rosters were not a factor, which team would you sign with?
The New York Yankees.
That would have been my number 1 choice. Number 5. I would have thought the Yankees would be number 1. Maybe it's because they make you shave.
The New York Mets?
The New York
that could be
Mets
up there.
are second to last.
Yeah.
I'm guessing A's is last.
Well, A's doesn't even. Honestly, second to last of I think the 20 mentioned. A's didn't even get a vote.
The Dodgers?
The Los Angeles Dodgers are number 3. The New York Yankees are number 5.
Cubs?
The Chicago Cubs are number 6. Again, this is really interesting.
The Padres.
The San Diego Padres are 7th, and weather was cited along with the ballpark. One surprised me because I didn't expect it to be 1. Number 2 actually also kind of surprises me, and then number 4 kind of doesn't.
The Giants.
The San Francisco Giants are 17th.
Red Sox.
The Boston Red Sox are number 2, which surprised me a little bit. Fenway, one player said Fenway is like you're walking into a museum. They all talked about the history of the people love the Red Sox, and Boston is such a controversial city. Yeah, that I didn't think that would be number 1.
St. Louis?
Honestly, would have been my second guess behind the Yankees.
Oh,
would have been St. Louis.
You've obviously never been there.
But you just hear about, St. Louis and St. Louis and St. Louis. Well, all of these people polled, apparently, Chris, to your point, have been there, as St. Louis got the same amount of votes as Oakland.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'd rather go to Oakland.
Yeah. Number 5, the New York Yankees. Number 4, the defending champion Texas Rangers. Reason most cited, the ballpark. Would have been Bochy.
Can I take a stab at 1 then?
Number 3, the Dodgers. Number 2, the Red Sox. And the number 1 team,
The Braves.
the Atlanta Braves.
Because they have the newest ballpark.
They have the newest ballpark. Also, Atlanta, I've been told this before, Atlanta and Toronto, the most underrated club cities for NBA players. I got to think some of that goes over to Major League Baseball. What organizations have the worst reputations amongst players? Multiple responses were allowed. The A's more than doubled the second place Chicago White Sox, followed by the Angels, the Rockies,
Pirates?
the Mets, the Pirates. The Marlins and Rays were tied. The Padres, the Yankees even got a couple votes. And then the Nationals and Kansas City Royals. The Giants did get a vote, as did Seattle. But when asked about the A's, what was said mostly, have you seen what they're doing to the city of Oakland and their fans? Somebody else said, it doesn't seem like they want to win at all. Another person said, I've heard Oakland is pretty rough. Sacramento for 3 years, I've been to that ballpark before. They can't find something better? So, yeah. Lastly, I know we got to go to break here. Players were asked and answered however they wanted on this one. What is the most annoying criticism coming from former players? Most popular annoying criticism. Celebrations. We're having too much fun. The bat flips. Pimping home runs. Overlooking the current game's degree of difficulty. And toughness. So.
Interesting.
Actually,
back in my day.
Yeah, right. Back in my day. We'll head to break. The only other one I saw in here where I was like, wow, really? Have analytics helped your career, hurt your career, or made no difference to your career? These are baseball players being asked. Anyone want to take a chance at which one won? Have analytics helped, hurt, or made no difference?
I think made no difference.
No difference. No difference. Second place. Helped, hurt, or made no difference, Chris? Analytics, players being asked if analytics helped you or hurt you or made no difference.
Helped.
76% of respondents said that analytics have helped their career. Just 10.8 said no difference at all. 8.6 said both. 3.2 said hurt. I honestly thought players would be a little bit more like, just hit the ball. They love analytics.
There you go.
Dorks. When we come back, Dan Hurley says no to the Lakers. What does that say about the current setup? How bad does this look? And yes, we